Salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Falling, can't believe what I see. Laughter in the shadows, no humanity. Mocking in the moment like a game they play. Forgetting that life has been torn away. We need respect, we need civility. Standing tall for the soul of our liberty. Don't trade love for rage. Don't let darkness win. The fire burns brighter when the light's within. Now the right is shouting, civil war's at hand. Trying to make a stand, but vengeance ain't the answer. It only cuts us more. We're losing what we're fighting for. That's for sure. We need respect. We need civility. Standing tall for the soul of our liberty. Don't trade love for rage. Don't let darkness win. The fire burns brighter when the light's within.
You know, Lord, I ask that you give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm going to end up starting to punch people in the fucking face. You know, welcome to the Cigar Lounge here. And me and LDG were talking about this backstage even. Some of the rhetoric that's getting spewed out online, I just had to leave fucking Twitter there, or well, not leave Twitter, but Jesus Christ, some of these people need to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to break a rule tonight. I'm going to call out certain high-end YouTubers there, just because their stuff's been going all around there. But before we get into that I want to say welcome to LDG. How are you doing?
Hello. Hey, guys. I'm doing all right. Good to be here.
Yeah. And PvP, how are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm going day by day, Gorilla. It hasn't been an easy week. I'm trying to let the anger subside, because I don't think that's a healthy way for anyone to live personally. Just my viewpoint anyway. I know it doesn't feel good. It doesn't make me feel good emotionally, mentally, physically. It takes you down. And how some people can live their entire lives, it seems, in a state of rage, I find a bit confusing, because it must be really quite a difficult life at times when you're coming from that kind of negativity all the time. Oh, by the way, would it be okay if I posted that private video in the public chat, or would you not want me to do that? I always like to check.
Go for it. You got a wrench.
Thank you, man.
I trust you not to post stuff for like midget porn or anything.
No. It's all about the stuff going on. If I can copy it, let me see here. Copy link. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and say hi to the people in the chat here. Welcome, Mikey Seuss 4. Hello, Gorilla. Again, sorry I can't join you, but I'll try to help in the chat. All right. Well, I hope you can get your stuff fixed here, Mikey. Yeah, it's not Mike fix, it's the phone issue. So welcome while you're meow meow. And hey Jim, how's it going?
There.
Meow everybody. Meow meow, always a pleasure to see you. Everybody
Oi.
saying hello to each other. Welcome, Jay Aldridge. Welcome.
Hi guys.
Howdy. Welcome, Skirby. Welcome.
Hey Moira. Meow.
Wire is in first place. LOL.
Some of you guys in chat should maybe come up on the panel.
Yeah. Hugs back, Moira. Hugs back. Yeah. So the biggest one that's been going around is freaking Destiny. And you know, I've been trying to follow Crowder's advice there when he says whenever someone shows you a clipped portion there, expand it out 30 seconds on each side. Destiny's just made it all the worse there when he was on Pierce Morgan's show, and he was actually calling for people to be taken out at any rally so that that puts the fear in us, you know, for us to tone down the rhetoric. There, you know, that type of shit right there. Where the fuck's Cash Patel and the FBI coming in on that one? There,
It's inflammatory, is what it is, Gorilla.
oh, it's inciting violence. There, it's a call to violence.
Well, exactly. It's not worse than violence. It's a call to Charlie people, basically.
No. He's calling for conservatives to be hunted down.
That's what I'm saying. Just like Charlie was.
Yeah, and like you said, saw my first ad for brain power interrupters. Real. I'm sending hugs and leaving like I have an early day tomorrow. Have a good night, Raquel. Thanks for stopping by.
Hi, Raquel.
You know, and it doesn't help that she got heavy duty country.
Hey,
Even puts it in his titles that we need to go to war for Charlie. We need to have a civil war. We need to take it out. If anybody there, he's gonna beat their ass. Well, people are already getting beaten in the streets. Look at Idaho, which that guy was a fucking retard. I'll tell you that right now. You don't go to a candlelight vigil and yell "fuck" whoever the vigil's for. There, that you're gonna get ripped off your moped and beat the shit out of, which is what happened to him.
Oh, by the way, Gorilla, that's at the memorial for Charlie, was it?
That's at a candlelight vigil. The day is either I think it was the day or the day after it happened.
Okay, there's another part of the video that I posted where there's a memorial, a huge memorial with flowers and candles and, you know, all the 9 yards of memorials, right, Gorilla? And it was beautiful. And then this ass hat clown decides to run through the whole thing, smashing it all to bits and pieces. And, you know, after about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 seconds, you know, someone grabbed him and threw him face first into the road, which I don't condone that, but I can understand it. Let's put it that way. And then, of course, the police moved in and they handcuffed his dumb little ass and took him off to jail for the night. So
yeah,
there you go. But it's so ignorant. Have some respect. Like, I wondered what that kid would think if he lost a loved one and someone came to the memorial and did the same thing to his loved one's memorial. Would he think that was cool? I wonder.
No, it's the lack of respect there, and you can tell this guy has spent way too much time behind the keyboard and not in real life there.
Oh yeah. Well, actually that's a good point you just mentioned about the keyboards, because there are some young folks that grew up with the internet in the last 25 years, say, and they've never actually been socialized to any kind of level, you know, face to face, having to interact with real human beings. And, you know, being face to face is a lot different in what you can get away with saying than it is getting away with it on the internet. Because getting away on the internet, you can say just about anything and not get punched out. Try doing that in a room full of live people face to face and see how long you survive. If your viewpoints are ignorant, really ignorant, like that, eventually somebody's going to walk them and say, "Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute."
Yeah. And there's your kill. Oh, yeah.
Starts the cycle of hatred, which leads to someone getting killed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
How do you handle those people?
Yeah, I'm just
and
afraid.
If your answer is punch them in the face, then you're not you specifically, but the person is an idiot.
Yeah. And Margaret says, "Oh, YouTube censored me." No, first time. No, that happens to me all the time. There's a reason I switched my name to Gorilla Censored Thoughts for a while.
What stream was that, Mario?
She said she just got censored now, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody's gonna wake up local militias. I'll tell you what. If YouTube is still censoring me.
Oh boy. Well, yeah. Gosh, I can't say much about that. The thing is, I don't get about the leftists though. On the extreme left, I'm not. Once again, even the guy that did that video I posted, he said not all people on the left, not all Democrats are like this at all. There's a lot of people that are, quite moderate, or, even quite, peaceful in their beliefs. They're not all calling for blood, right? It's just that the far left, with the extreme groups that seem to be really into this right now, and it's like I just hope it doesn't continue to escalate, because this is going to a bad place. And one thing I wonder about the left is, do they not realize that probably most of the registered gun owners in America are Republicans and people on the right? And they don't get that if it comes to a civil war, guess what side's probably going to lose?
No, we're not talking registered. We're talking legal.
Well, legal, whatever. Yeah, okay. Maybe I picked the wrong word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, we don't have a gun registry here. Like, yeah, you got to do a background check, which most of these people have never tried to get a legal gun. How much of a pain in the ass it is. There's all kinds of stuff you have to fill out, but it's not like, but it's, yes, they know who's legally buying, but it's not considered a registry.
Okay. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think they might want to reconsider their Civil War talk. It might not be good for them.
Yeah. Because I flat out know my town will just we'll protect our own, but we're not. We'll tell you guys just to fucking fight it out your own. On here, because it's getting ridiculous here. Because then you got Sam Piker. Oh man, that guy. How is he, for all the rhetoric he said in the past there? I don't know why Twitch he's only been banned once on Twitch, but got some of the shit he said there because he freakily wants to. I can't even say what. Just look up Sam Piker, what he said about conservatives there. There's people posting how. Let's just say we should be slashed and gutted and stuff, and it's quite actually disgusting there.
Nope. There's worse than that, though.
Those are just the two main examples I've seen so far. But I also been avoiding Twitter there. Heck, even I've gotten into it on Discord there. But I will tell you, we got some good news here. You people think that Charlie Kirk was bad. Well, I got some news for you. Milo is back, so buckle up, Buttercup. You thought Charlie Kirk was bad? Well, Milo's back, and you're not gonna like what he has to say, because he doesn't he's not gonna sugarcoat nothing for you. He's not gonna play the nice
I've-
guy. I was doing a better Milo earlier.
His name's Malo.
Yeah, Milo, young, young.
Yanyan Populous.
I gotta look at it here.
Yano.
Milo
Yiannopoulos.
Yiannopoulos.
Yep.
Yiannopoulos.
Yep.
Yiannopoulos.
Yiannopoulos.
It's all
Yiannopoulos.
it's all Greek to
Yiannopoulos.
me. All Greek to me, Gorilla.
What the fuck? Who the hell names this?
Oh, you would be amazed.
Yano was good.
You'd be amazed at the names. When I work on the phones all day and I talk to people, you'd be amazed at the names some of these poor souls were saddled with by their crazy parents. Some of it's almost incomprehensible, but I have to figure it out because I got to do my job, right? But oh man, these poor people going through life with some of these names. Seriously.
Oh yeah, see some of them there. And I'm surprised Jay hasn't come up. Or Jim.
Yeah, I thought Jay would be here for sure. Jay Aldrich.
Let's see, exactly PvP. Maybe PvP, I watched that Pure P got the leadership back in Ottawa Parliament. That's good news for us who want Mark Carnival Clown out.
He's actually
but isn't he still the Prime Minister?
Oh, Carney's the Prime Minister until... Okay, there's two ways you get out of Prime Minister. You have the House of Commons, other parties hold a non-confidence vote, and they have no confidence anymore in the government, and they can vote the government out if they have a majority of non-confidence votes among the various opposition parties, right? That's one. The more usual way to do it is hold a federal election and let the voters make the decision. Last time the voters made a very bad decision, but I think the way it's going, well, Carney's been in power 6 months now. He's done absolutely not one constructive thing. There's more people going to food banks. The crime rate is through the roof. It's just crazy. The immigration is way out of control. It's straining the healthcare systems. Every system we got, housing, it's straining it all. And actually, Krista Freeland, one of Carney's cabinet ministers, bailed today on the government. She's taken a job over in Ukraine to help some crazy stuff about rebuilding Ukraine, which sounds exactly what kind of mindset a liberal government member would have. But I'm going to be so glad to see Krista gone from the House of Commons, because I think of her as the Wicked Witch of the Liberal Party. And I'll tell you exactly why. She looks like, you've seen Wizard of Oz, right? She looks like the Wicked Witch in that movie. And, I'm sure she should get on a broomstick and fly over to Ukraine because, probably be cheaper than with an airline ticket. And her rhetoric was so stupid all the time. She was just, a clapping seal for the Liberal Party, basically. I'm so glad I never have to hear her voice ever again.
Yeah. And Boomer is correcting my pronunciation here. It's Milo Yiannopoulos.
Nopolis.
Were you supposed to get it right that time, or?
Yeah. Just call him Milo the Magnificent. Hey, Boomer. Boomer, you come on up. Come on up. Yeah, well, it's not safe in American streets either. Look at freaking Chicago. Look at Memphis. Look at fucking Baltimore. Look at New York. Look at Los Angeles. I'd say look at San Francisco or San Francisco there. But you gotta look at the ground there and just so you can sidestep the pile of shits on the sidewalk. And hey, Curtis, I know you got the link. Welcome.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, is that LEG on the panel? Yeah, yes, sir.
Rumor has it.
I managed to blackmail him onto the panel.
If it isn't him, he's sure doing a good imitation of LDG. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna want that photo back when you're done here.
Yeah.
No,
but everybody's saying that one thing I've noticed on this, everybody's talking about Charlie there, but the one thing I noticed everybody's talking about. What about Hortman out in Minnesota? There, did we not talk about her on the 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 cigar lounge the week it happened?
I don't remember.
You know, because I'm pretty sure we called that out and I condemned that one also. You know, if I ever miss something like that, you know, because I want to condemn all this violence here because it's not helping anything. What are we? The fucking 1860s? Are we going to really go back to the 1860s? Line up in the streets? Because that's what's going to happen.
It's getting there.
Only different thing in the Civil War, they were actually, both sides were fighting for a cause they believed in. You know, whether right or wrong on either side, I'm not going to judge them at this point because that's not what this stream's about. But they were fighting for something they believed in. Well, most of them probably did, and you know, they were fighting for their country as they saw it. Whether, you know, either side, they saw their country in a particular way, and they happened to disagree, and then they had the Civil War to you know, figure things out and settle it. But you know, one thing I'll say about the Civil War, as dumb as it seems to us now, at least the way they would line up in rows, right, when they were marching into battle, there was a certain kind of, I don't know, sort of an idea, maybe an idealistic insanity, but at least there was an order to it, right? You know, they were very well trained soldiers, and they were orderly, marching off to their, you know, possible demise. Which I'll say, well, I have a lot of respect for more than them, for the mobs these days. Hey, who's on
Boomer?
Here? Boomer.
Yeah, no, but well, our Civil War was very unique because back then we had our individual state. Oh, sorry, Boo.
We can hear you.
But anyhow, our Civil War was very unique in the stance where
there we go.
Where each state everybody was not crowded around there. Everybody, where you set roots down is pretty much where you stayed your entire life there, with exceptions of the people move out west, you know. And people were fighting for their homes and for their state instead of their ideologues and their ideals and stuff like that. So that's where because General Lee there was supposed to lead the Union Army, but he chose Virginia over the country because Virginia was his home. You know, a lot of these people were fighting for their states, and you know, now it's what's going to happen is you're going to have street fighting in our cities. You're going to have the political assassinations. You're just going to have random people gunned down in the streets. That's it's not good. You're not going to see any resemblance to the OG.
There'll be no order to this Civil War like there was. I mean, the last Civil War was horrible, and I think did more Americans die in that war than any other American war, from what I've read. I believe so.
Yeah,
even
if you count the South, well, because the way they counted it is every death in the Civil War was an American death, whether it was south or north. There,
well, should be.
It was around 600,000. But if you look at our previous wars, there, I know the Revolutionary War was around 12,000. I'm not counting the Barbary Wars or the Dakota Wars because I don't have any information on them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should say the Dakota Wars. The Native the war is out west there with the Native American tribe. I think they called them the Dakota Wars, but they kind of got lumped into the Civil War there. The Civil War was 600,000. You had the Spanish-American War. I'm not sure that only lasted like 3 months, but it wasn't very high there. A couple thousand, I think, maybe. But then you had World War One, that was 100,000. World War II was 400,000. I'm not sure on the Korean stats because everybody forgets the Korean War. The Vietnam War.
Don't forget the Clone Wars.
Let's
Uh-huh.
see.
Vietnam.
Vietnam was like
Video-
69. Boomer, correct me if I'm wrong, because you might, because you were around here. Was Vietnam 59 or 69,000?
God, I don't know.
It was like
know.
59 or
I don't
69,000.
remember the numbers at all.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm not sure on the Gulf War, and the Afghan and the Iraq wars was around 4,000, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, I would have been lower for those, I would think. I just
Yeah.
want to make one quick comment about you bringing up Civil War, like the real Civil War, Gorilla, is the difference with the Civil War back in the 1860s was back then, as you said, people might have been fighting for their national beliefs, on either side, because I'm sure some people were idealistic, but also probably for a lot of people, probably even the majority of the soldiers, they were fighting for their state or fighting to just defend their family at the most basic level, right? They didn't want their families' towns to be burned down or ransacked or their families to be killed in that conflict. So, and that was the difference between then and now is because then there was no social media. There wasn't even a real, organized mass media. Like, I know there were newspapers back then, but, by today's standards, they were primitive, right? When it took them, probably ages to get information out to the general population. So the thing is, back then you couldn't feed the rhetoric to people during 1860s because it just was, basically physically impossible to do that. Nowadays, all it takes is one clown to post, spend 5 minutes typing up some hate speech and posting it somewhere, whether it's X or wherever it is, and now it's almost instantaneous, a flow of this back and forth between the left and the right, and that's the different dynamic I see right now.
Yeah, let's catch up on chats here. Mikey says, I'll overlook that Sanford shitco comment, Gorilla. And Curtis saying hello to LDG. Your turn, click and prayers for his family. Yes, we will have prayers for his family there. And I think the left went further, but I do think the right has had people go too far in their rhetoric as well. Yeah, I can think of two examples right off the top of their head. I vote for both parties rhetoric there. Welcome, Sci-Fi Nation. He's giving us popcorn there. Welcome. Yeah, Mikey says, Boomer on panel. Good to see you.
Yeah, we'll say so now.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
hello,
the
Jay.
far enough.
And hello, Jay from Michigan, yeah, bro. And welcome, Nemesis of Eden. Welcome. Hail, you beautiful beings.
Hey there,
Nemesis,
Nemesis.
link's at the top if you want it. I can't
yeah.
do stream panels anymore due to the other phone functions, at least until the end of September. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks, Mikey. And welcome, Old Man Bird. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome. You say hello to everybody. Totally, Jay. How's your sister Nikki doing there? She's resting, hopefully through the night. Well, I hope she does better. That's good news. We love her, Jay. Always a mini from prayers from us. Hey, hail PvP. We want to see you live, Gorilla. We have enjoyed seeing your commentaries, eloquent. I wouldn't say they're eloquent. There's some of them. So, the problem with those, is I get so many thoughts jumbled in my mind there. Then it's trying to sort your thoughts there. Then I lose track of them.
Yeah.
Eugene's the ultimate gorilla groupie. Who's Nikki, Mikey? I think that's Jay's sister, if I remember correctly. Jay's oh no, it's partner in Michigan, like Leanna there. Oh, sorry, you're talking. He's talking about me there. Oh, but yeah, we got two J's there. One's Sci-Fi Nation, and one's you, Jay.
I think it was posted in the public chat earlier, was it not?
Yeah, but so many chats came through. Let's see. I had to pull the link from my DM and X. Didn't see one here either. I swear I put it here. And Scurry's waving at Old Man Bird.
Yeah, well,
No,
if you wouldn't want to post a link for a stream like this unless you really know the people. Otherwise, you're going to get crazies on here, I'm sure.
Yeah. And Steven Crowder, oh, here we got Moira.
Meow.
Meow, meow.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my cat just looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, you use terrible grammar, meow. Like, I don't know.
No, it's more like, you have the audacity to say that.
The cat is probably going, hey, when do I get some scream time, master?
Well, I can't reach his fat ass.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it censored my comment because y'all were talking about civil wars and stuff earlier. And what they censored was the only civil war that should ever happen is when all the citizenry come together to fight their government.
Well, doesn't that become? Well, that's not
As long
civil
as
war.
we're
That's
fighting each
revolution.
other, because as long as the citizens are fighting each other, the government can get away with all kinds of shenanigans.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah.
why do you think we got the climate we got, Moira?
Oh, that's exactly why they pitted each other, pitted everybody against each other for so long.
But I can understand why they censored that comment. I really.
Oh yeah,
can.
I wasn't overly surprised. I was more offended.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, saying overthrow the government is what they call incitement to insurrection, I believe.
But
would be
the
the term.
Constitution tells us we have a right to do so when it becomes unruly.
Yeah, but I don't see the government as unruly. Actually, I'm not a fan of Trump by any means. Don't get me wrong. I think he's made errors.
I think it should have been done a long time ago, though.
He's treated Canada like shit. That's for sure. Over the last
Well,
half
yeah.
year.
Well, it's not just a Trump thing. I really think
but-
that something should have been done a long time ago.
But I do think Trump, even though I'm not a big fan of his, I do think people saying he's an idiot. I think Trump is smarter than a lot of people realize. I
never called him an idiot.
Yeah, but some people do it. I think.
Well, that's because they don't realize that some of the stuff he's doing is quite on purpose. He's not an idiot.
Oh, he's always on purpose, as far as I can see.
Oh, he's
You know,
a
even
master
when he's
troll.
even when he's got a bad policy that is not going to work out, he's doing it on purpose.
Right.
From what I've seen, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boomer, what were you gonna say?
I said Trump's a master troll. He's
Oh,
always trolling people.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
he knows how to make any other politician on earth look about 6 inches tall. They get next to Trump and they're like, oh.
I love him, but I voted for Perot back in the day, so I love the outliers.
Probably a lot of people.
I wanted Ron Paul.
That would have been interesting too.
He
I
can
would've
have his
voted for
chance.
him.
He'll get his chance after J.D. Vance. Because they're priming J.D. Vance to be.
Oh yeah, they
next.
are. Yeah. And the
Yeah.
fact that like a couple of weeks ago, people kind of glossed over and kind of forgot about it, but J.D. Vance said he'd be more than ready to take the helm at any time. But he sounded too eager for that. I was like, ooh, what?
That's just reading too much into it there.
That is
there,
what I
think.
do. I read a lot into people's the things they say, what they don't say, how they look when
Yeah.
they're saying it. That is what I do.
My interpretation of just quick thought. My interpretation of Vance's comment would be just signaling the left that, if you want to try this with Trump, I'm still here and I'll just take over. So you ain't going to get that far ahead, kids. I think that's the message you wanted to send out.
All right, I want to catch up on chats because we got some people coming in. Typo turkey right. Scurry.
Turkey is.
Yeah, JK. And welcome, Daniel's Hot Topics. Welcome. Hey, Buzza. It's going.
Meow meow.
Oh, no, Redford. Maybe you should get some titanium pots there, Mikey. I think you really need some new pots and pans. And did you hear about what happened to Robert Redford today?
I feel bad. I did not know he was even. I didn't know he was even still alive. I feel bad for saying that.
He was 89. He passed away from old age, I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Rest in peace, Robert Redford.
See, now I got to go watch 3 Days of the Condor or some shit.
That's a good movie.
Hell yeah. I think that's that's part of like in my head. That's how I want to be when I analyze all the things and look through all the things to try to figure out what's going on. Like low key, I want to be like 3 Days of the Condor without people actually trying to kill me.
The president.
Not to advertise too much, but that's in my queue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie. You've got to watch it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, The President's Man too is a great political one.
I've been meaning to see that. I just hadn't yet.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, so Boomer here said old age got him there, and he said, Jim, oh, yeah, Bird didn't hear about what happened there. Yes,
I'm surprised to see that Terry Carter played Colonel Ty in the original Battlestar Galactica. He's still around. He's 96.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
Yeah. Mikey says, yes, Rip Robert Redford, that for natural causes embedded. Well, at least he was. The Declaration of Independence asserts that. Don't think it's part of the Constitution, which is law.
Oh, okay. But there's a part in there talking about swearing off the old guard and the stuff that doesn't serve us anymore, basically.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and try to get the right wording, but the gist of it I've got, though.
Yeah, which, yes, Eugene, there. Oh, heck. Thank you, Daniel. I didn't know he was still alive all the time.
I did not.
I hope he had a nice life. Well, I'm pretty sure he did, from the movies I've seen that he was in. We also lost Paula Shaw from Barney Miller.
My mom used to watch Barney Miller.
They actually passed on September 10th, but it was just... Yeah, well, they didn't want
a lot going on that day, yeah.
Yeah, that would have gotten drowned out there.
Totally.
That was
there.
I lost Polly Holiday recently.
Yeah, from Alice. Yeah.
Chuck Mangione died? Son of a gun.
That's been a while, actually, like a month.
Oh, yeah, I see it in July. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Boomer said,
no,
yes,
it's all
boy.
good, Bird. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's been a bad year for famous people passing away. I gotta say, guys, it's been a very bad year.
Yeah. Last year wasn't great either. Didn't we lose Betty White last year?
No, that was quite a few years ago. She died 2 weeks from her 100th birthday. I think that was...
God, I'm just fucking old and I lose track of the years now, I guess.
I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, Moya.
Yeah, well, she was... Let's say, I think she was born in January of 1933 because sliced bread was invented in 1930.
I think it's more like 23, wasn't it? Maybe.
Can I finish? Can I
still
finish?
Be alive.
Can I finish? I think she was born in January of 1933 because sliced bread was invented in 1935. So she was indeed older than sliced bread. That was a joke going around.
It says 1922.
It has
She was born in 22?
I was a year off.
If she died at 99.
Sliced bread was invented in like 34 then.
I do want to check that because I've seen that meme, but I never actually like fact checked that or anything.
Yeah, it was like Wonder Bread or something was the first like sliced bread on the shelves.
We lost Graham Greene.
Yeah, great Canadian actor.
Stamp.
Oh, bow down to Zod.
Yeah.
Hey, Moira, I got a question for you though.
Yes, dear.
What do you think of Milo coming out of retirement to take over?
Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah, he's coming out of retirement.
Oh my God! You know, I saw a video of him, but like I was busy doing something, so I didn't get a chance to listen to him. So I have no idea what message he's carrying. But it's interesting to see him again, though. It's been like 15 years? Holy shit!
Yeah, he says he's coming out of retirement to take Charlie Kirk's spot of going to campuses and all that.
I would rather Milo take Kirk's place than to have Ben Shapiro do it.
Well, Ben Shapiro said he's never going to do an outdoor event again.
Well, I don't. You know what? I want to say something to that, but I just won't. But I really feel like the fact that he jumped in it so quick. Like I'll take the reins. It's like, wow, that man's body's not even cold yet, you little vulture. I fucking don't like him.
Yeah. And hey, Kimberly, how's it going? Yeah, well, a lot of them said that people. There's a couple people that had events scheduled to go to like campuses and have like rallies and shit. But they said after this happened, they said they had to reassess everything because nobody
Well,
thought this would happen.
I'm honestly surprised it didn't happen sooner. Like, I know that sounds shitty, but something like this, outdoors with lots of people, and their main job is saying stuff that's going to piss people off. Like, I'm not saying Kirk deserted. I'm not, but I'm just saying when you got someone who's high profile, who pisses people off, I'm surprised someone didn't react like that. You know what I mean?
You know why Charlie pissed people off, Moyer, is because he tried to educate people and get them to think for themselves instead of being indoctrinated to party lines.
Well, I mean, to some degree,
Charlie
yeah.
did not deserve that. Charlie
No,
did
no,
not.
no, no. I
deserve that.
never said he deserved that. No, I never.
I
Said
never said you did, but
Okay.
I'm just saying the only thing I've watched dozens and dozens and dozens of Charlie videos, and the only thing, he was always kind. He always tried to respect the person he was talking to. He never ridiculed them. He never called them a bad name. Often they did towards him. If you watch those videos again, he always just tried to make the points of view about things he believed in, like being a good Christian, like being a family man, like loving your country, like defending the right of free speech in your democracy. These are things Charlie loved and defended and talked about. And for saying all those things to people who could not seem to understand what he was saying, and they called him a racist and a Yahtzee and all this other
To be
horrible
fair, they
and a
didn't call him.
homophobe. Let me please finish. They called him all these nasty things, and for that, some asshole with a gun thought he had a right to not only murder him, but also destroy his family, harm his wife. Two little children will never grow up to know who their daddy was except in videos. So there is nothing okay about this. I feel very strongly. I am trying to let my anger subside because I don't want to be one of these people that are hateful, but I can only take so much. And Charlie was a great man. And I'm sorry, I will always think he was a great man. And he stood for a lot of very positive values. And if you disagreed with some of the things he was against, that's fine. And that's the thing that the left doesn't get. It's fine for them to disagree with Charlie Kirk. They could disagree with him until the cows come home. But they had no right to murder him.
Well, the problem is, everybody, what they're seeing is one fucking line out of a 4 minute, 5 minute little thing there. They only see one line for the whole thing. Here, that stems from what I was saying earlier. Do the Steven Crowder rule. Stretch it out 30 seconds on either side to see what they're talking about. If it's really that bad what he's saying, you wouldn't have to nitpick one line. You could show the whole context of what he is saying. But I got to an argument person. They nitpicked one line out of the thing about that armed society is a cost comes with the cost or something like that. I sent him the full 4.5 minute thing there with the context, and he told me he wasn't even going to fucking watch it. So that's what we're dealing with is people don't want the context. They'll spew all these lines out, but as soon as you give them context, they won't even listen to it.
Well, if you want to hate people without trying to understand them, what does that say about you?
Yeah. Yeah, he just called me a fascist and told me to shut the fuck up.
Well, you got to watch that video of the Canadian first parade where all Canadian citizens were doing back east was marching down the street with their Canadian flags to be proud of our country. And they were peaceful. I didn't hear one person waving a Canadian flag that said one single word in that video.
Yeah.
They were attacked viciously by leftists. They were screamed at, assaulted physically. There was one part of the video where a guy is screaming in a fellow's face with the wave, with the flag, waving and calling him every dirty name in the dictionary. And the response of the guy with our national flag, he just a foot away. This guy's basically spitting in his face with his anger. All he does back is smile in his face.
Yeah. And Maury,
That
you
probably pissed him off
look
even
like you
more.
want to say something.
All right. Again, I feel like it felt kind of like he was directed me like I'm one of the far left or something on that one. But I never said Charlie Kirk. No, but you can go. Anybody can go through my social media. And never. I don't think I've actually made fun of Charlie Kirk before. I did laugh when South Park first put him on on that show like a few weeks ago or whatever. I thought that was funny, but like
I think he did
not in
too.
a vindictive way. And I certainly have not made fun of him since he died. Like, good lord.
Oh, he loved it. Charlie
Well,
Kirk
he
loved
thought it
that.
was funny.
I found that funny, but like I didn't made fun of him or made any jokes about him dying or anything. But I feel like I got a scolding just now for that.
Yeah.
No,
But,
Charlie
people-
thought that was
people
funny
did not-
also.
But
You're
people
me-
did
you're-
not think Charlie was racist for loving America.
You're,
They
you're,
thought he
you're,
was racist for some of the things he said, like he would never want a black woman to be his doctor taking his appendix out. He would
can I see the video of that? I'd love to see the video.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
context of that is where it stems back to the DEI, where people there are where they talks about where he's talking about like he doesn't want to question the person on their qualifications because you have to have quotas with a certain
That's not making
number
it
of
better.
people of each race. You know,
I
You get a-
understand the context. I understand the context with
Yeah.
DEI, but to look at someone who's black or brown and just assume that's the only way they got the job is kind of the basis of what people were complaining about.
well, that's what he's arguing against DEI hiring is
You
what
do
he's
realize that
doing.
DEI doesn't just deal with black and brown people. It's also the reason why military veterans get preferential treatment in being hired. It's not just, or people who are disabled. It is not just black and brown people that benefit from DEI. I cover that part.
I'd still like to see where he said that and see it in context. And
I
like
really
say,
would,
girl,
too.
30 seconds either side.
I'd like to see the whole video. I really would.
Oh, my head and neck. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I hurt my neck.
You okay,
earlier.
Moira?
Thing is, though, I think, like you're saying, Gorilla, he was talking about the kind of hiring that people are not hired on their qualifications, that they should be qualified to do a good job at what that job is.
Oh, I agree.
They're hired based on their gender or their race, and I can understand Party's point there because there's a lot of really unqualified people that get hired.
Well, I
and
think
screw
that I
things
think
up.
if I'm wondering if a lot of the stuff around like when he was talking about the pilots and that is when it came out that they lowered the accepted for like the air traffic controllers and the pilots. They did lower the standards so they could get more people of color into the positions there.
Now that part is silly to me because as long as you pass the test, you should be able to do the job.
Yeah, but they lowered the standards. So standards.
Yeah, I
though.
don't like that. Now that I do understand, but was then I don't know. I feel like he should have just stuck with the DEI hire and not say because the person was black or brown that he would feel this way. Like I think he could have worded it differently.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people got upset about. Obviously, anybody in their right mind would not want low standards for their pilot. That's just terrible in general.
No, the problem stems is you got these vouchers out there that'll sit there and watch the whole video, look for that one thing that they can clip out of context, clip it, send it out. They go, "This guy's a racist because he said this in one line." That I've seen that plenty of times with a lot of people on both sides.
Well,
That is
sometimes
a
the wording
problem, yeah.
wasn't great on those
Yeah.
subjects.
I've seen so many of those clip videos where they do take like 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. They do like a 10-minute video, and it's all segments, right? None of it is cohesive. It's not even coherent half the time. Like they're just jumping from one context, one subject to the next. I don't watch those. I basically don't watch much of that anymore because I'm just tired of that stuff.
Oh, I laugh at the ones where someone says they got the segment here, and you can obviously tell that it was cut and paste, and they cut out a bunch of stuff. But I want to catch up on chats here. Let's see. So there are 3 boomers. God take trios. Paula, Polly, and Robert. Just catching Pokemon on Google. Well, welcome, Kimberly. This is interesting. Well, I'm glad you're finding our discussion interesting. Oh God, Superman, come help us! LOL. Zah. He told the truth. Well, and Old Man Bird says, "That's the Eden. If you are still here, I saw Billy Piper talking about being married a time to Chris Evans, Captain America. So you are in a distinguished group."
A little kid.
Yeah. Leslie Screw says, "I watched a video of Charlie Kirk talking to Bill Maher illustrates how civil he is." Yeah, exactly. Well, even the people who call him transphobia, I've seen a couple videos where he's talking to some transgender people, and oh my God, the amount of respect that each side had, or the one there, he about had the person crying there, but they took what he said to heart. There, he says he just want. I'd have to find the clip there. I don't want to clip him out of context or nothing. Even Bill Maher was fond of Charlie, and he can be cynical to the worst of them. Oh yeah, well, Bill Maher has changed a lot over the last couple of years, but
I've liked Bill Maher recently.
yeah,
I was surprised by that.
well, I think Bill Maher,
I like him better, I guess.
I think Bill Maher is chasing the trends. You know, where he kind
But
of
he's
changed.
smart enough to do it, though. Because some stay in their little pile of shit and just keep going with it and beat a dead horse with it. At least the man shows that looks like he can genuinely change his opinion on things.
Yeah.
And so that's, that's something.
Or
I'm glad that somebody like that is on TV, because then it might inspire other people to, look at something from another angle.
Yeah. Or he's just following the trends there.
But still, though, I mean, but he still signs off on it by doing it. Is my thing.
Yeah, and see, Daniel says, if you think this year was bad, just wait till next year and the next and the next. He gets worse every freaking year.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Well, I'll leave that one alone.
Well, that's because each generation is getting smaller and smaller, so it'll come to a peak here somewhere. And let's see, shakes head. Well, Mikey shakes head. I laughed at the South Park too. We'll look at it as an independent thinker more. This I know about you. Yeah, Charlie Kirk says he loved it. He said it was funny, it was on point. And some of the stuff was yawn, but otherwise he loved it. Damn the auto-correct arse. Hugbird. Mikey, nice before we'll do miss you on the panel. Yeah, just gotta get the phone thing figured out there. Hugs everyone. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, my lord. Kumbaya.
I cannot speak for shit. I'm sorry.
I think the Lord forced me the rest, Eugene. I'm trying to stay positive. Yeah, we're all trying to stay positive there. But sometimes it's impossible.
My cat
Hugs Jay and plays with the head.
Okay, Bob.
I don't agree with Mara much at all, but I think he's genuine and not trenchy. Well, depends on the stance. Some stances he can be. Bill Maher saw which way the wind was blowing and he switched sides a little. Now, I want everyone's opinion. We'll start with LDG here. Now, I'm going to put this in context here. A lot of people are getting fired for the shit they put on jobs. It's been a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, but then there's been the independent business owners have got told their business, like their businesses there. All these people put their stuff on their public social media there. They said the vile stuff, making fun of Charlie Kirk. Now, I asked my boss, what's our social media policy, just out of curiosity there, because I didn't read the handbook. Nobody fucking reads those things. And he pretty much said, as long as you can go say whatever you want, just long as it's not causing the company a headache there. And they said we won't. They won't say what. They'll find a reason to fire you if it's causing the gals up in the office a headache. There, they'll find a reason, but otherwise But a lot of these companies do have social media causes in their thing saying that if you do anything that could potentially hit the company, you could be terminated. I want your guys' thoughts on this, because right now they've gotten I think they're at 800 people said that they've lost their jobs. It's been a lot of teachers and doctors surprised. Well, actually, that's not very surprising.
And they had put up a website, a doxing website.
Well, it's not really doxing. They're just putting the public.
No, because the courts have already ruled years prior to this that even if the information is technically public, if you compile it all in one place for bad purposes, that's doxing. Courts have already ruled on that. That's why the first website got taken out, and then the second one got taken down.
Okay, I never heard about that. But
yeah, so the first one was called Charlie's Murderers, and they were doxing people who celebrated. Even though they were tacky, they didn't technically kill the guy. But then they changed it and moved it to a different address, basically calling it the Charlie Kirk Data some data collector or data center or something like that.
There's no way of stopping it. If there's
Yeah,
one thing,
I
Well,
don't
they
think
put
the
it
compiling.
to websites and taking it down. So,
Well, my
but the fact
stance
that
is,
people are putting up people's pictures and trying to get them fired is wild. Because
Yeah.
I thought the left was supposed to be about cancel culture.
yeah, I don't have a problem, or I don't want the all compiled in one space on a website, you know, but you know, like I have no problem with gals like libs of TikTok. She just reposts people's TikToks and let people see what people post. She pretty much just reposting what people already put out
Oh,
there,
yeah.
you know. But
I
LDG,
didn't know that is different.
what's your thoughts on all this firing here?
Did we all
Do
get
we?
an opinion here?
Yes,
Go for it,
go one by
LDG.
one. I just don't want people over talking to each other. That's all.
Please do.
Who's
Please
going
do.
first?
You.
Okay.
You are.
People losing their jobs is just hurting us in the long run. I mean, anybody who crosses the line and hurts them, yeah, of course you're supposed to get thrown in jail, whatever you let you cover. But if you're just saying shit, I mean, doing this is just retaliatory. It's just hurting us. We're gonna be paying for it. Our taxes. You make people freaking more crazier, and they're most likely going to snap and kill more people. So it doesn't help us at all.
I agree.
Getting these people fired. It's literally just gaslighting. We might as well just cut off our own legs right now.
I agree.
Then you got the good people that, like mothers and fathers, are going to have to help the kids that just got fired, and it's just causing so much shit.
Or the people that you have fired, they will be able to take care of their kids.
Okay.
That's my thought on that. This is just stupid. I mean, there got to be a better way.
I wish there was a better way. I'll give
Yeah.
you my opinion.
Oh, there is. Oh, I'm sure there is.
If I
think-
may give my, whenever you're finished, LDG, go ahead.
In other words, yeah, I'm saying that's the thing that pisses me off, because the answers are right in front of us and everyone's acting like they don't know what it is, and it's
The
really
only
pissing
trouble
me
is
off.
not everybody sees the same answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
PvP.
Yeah. I think you can call the people that said vile things and lost their jobs. You can blame the right for being cancel culture. I don't agree. You know what? The left was the cancel culture because they canceled a man's life, stole his life. Not only killed him and took his life away, but they destroyed his family's, his wife and his children's lives. They're going to be suffering with that for the rest of their days. And those kids are going to live a long, long time, possibly thinking about what happened, how our father was assassinated by a hateful person, a very hateful person I have no sympathy for. Now, is it right or wrong to cancel people's jobs? Well, if I post stuff celebrating the death, the assassination of a fellow human being, the same day that that human being was murdered, I think that's very vile, and I would never do that. Even if I hated a person, even if I hated your guts, I would never do that. I think anybody here needs to ask themselves, if your life partner was assassinated in that cruel, callous way, would you celebrate it? Would you think it was a good thing if other people online were dancing in the streets and clapping and singing songs of joy? I don't. That's my personal opinion. So I'm sorry. Those people are still alive. They made a bad error. They went out and spewed hate in the public realm. They could have just kept their little hate to themselves. Keep your hate within your mind. I don't need to hear it. I have no interest in hearing it. I never will listen to it because it's just pure spiteful hate. Okay, so if you want to hate it in your own life. Don't spread it in my life, please. And you're still alive. Well, unlike Charlie, you're alive. You can go out and get another job. A lot of these people might be employed again in 6 months. They're not suffering that bad. It's not like they're being deported to Russia or something, right? It's like, come on, people, wake the fuck up. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm finished, but I'm pissed off.
Moira, what's your thoughts on that?
Sorry, my head is fucking killing me all the way to my eyes. Oh shit. Even the light on the computer's killing me. Give me a second. I'm trying to collect my thoughts while I hurt like fuck. I agree a lot with what LDG said because You know, one way or another, we're going to pay for it, or it might make the situation worse if people cannot, you know, take care of their families, their elderly, their kids because they lost their job. Should they have been celebrating? No, I think it was tacky. And maybe just old fashioned shaming people on the internet where they did it would be sufficient, I think. Taking their jobs from them and stuff like that seems a bit wild. And, you know, one of y'all was like, well, the left's always been doing it. I didn't know you were striving to be like the left. I thought that was what we were trying not to be. Like, because I've heard that for years. Don't sink to their level. I mean, sometimes you gotta on certain things. I get that. But the fact that the right has come out so wild, and they have come out in such a way, they're the high horse of their morality, the hypocrisy I've seen is insane. Because 2 months ago, they were cheering and celebrating, not all the right, but many of them, about the idea of people being taken away without due process. I saw one person on the internet commenting, oh, I hope they try to escape alligator Alcatraz. They should make it a pay-per-view event watching them be eaten by alligators. That's disgusting. And when Joe Biden, and I fucking hate Joe Biden, mind you, don't get it twisted. When it came out that he had cancer, tons of people on the right were celebrating, saying how much he deserved to die a slow, painful fucking death. And now that one of theirs has gotten shot, the hypocrisy has been through the roof, and now they want to scorch the fucking earth. When I can honestly say, sometimes the right and left are both fucking assholes.
Well said.
Morality is flexible when it suits them. Both sides. The extreme both. Not just regular Republicans and regular Democrats. The extremes of both can be assholes.
Yeah. Well said. Boomer, what's your thoughts on this?
Okay. One thing, not a Republican, independent, but fuck these people. It's been 15, 20 years dealing out shit. Reason doesn't work with them. The only thing that's going to work is negative actions yield negative consequences. Fuck them. And the illegals crossing the border illegally, going home. They're here illegally. They don't belong here. Got no rights, not citizens. Fuck them. Going home.
Yeah.
Got no sympathy. Got no sympathy. I know tons of Mexicans, great people. I know tons that came here illegally. Their parents came here illegally. They work fine. A lot of them wouldn't have been caught up in this if it hadn't been for the sanctuary cities screwing up the program. The plan had been for ICE to meet the criminals at the jail, pick them up when they were released from jail, and send them back home. But because the sanctuary cities did not cooperate, they had to go out and find them on the farms and other places, and while they're there, they got to scoop up the other ones who happen to be illegal too, because that's the law.
Yeah.
So there again, you can thank the left.
Yeah,
That's
I do not approve of, you know, dangerous illegal aliens being here, or, you know, illegal. I mean, I get that in general. Like,
And I'm still
when
trying
I talk about when I talk about it, it may sound like I'm pro illegal immigration. My simple issue is that everybody is entitled to due process. Now, if they've been getting this done longer ago and started doing a better job a long time ago, then it wouldn't be so backlogged and so packed in the courts, making it difficult to give people due process. So this is something that came to a tangled mess that should have been handled decades ago.
Well, I'm in the camp that if you're not a citizen, you're not entitled to jack.
Well, unfortunately, the Supreme Court sees that differently, or has in the past seen that differently.
Well,
because, in my opinion, our laws are supposed to come from our Constitution. That's why we shouldn't have laws that are unconstitutional. So, if it stems from that, if the law, if the law is, how I'm trying to say, if the law affects you and the law is you're supposed to follow, then I imagine the Constitution has to as well.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be somewhat hand in hand.
Well, if the Supremes think that the illegals should be getting due process, then the Supremes should speak up. The only courts that seem to be speaking up are these little pissant courts around the country that think they're running the country from Podunk, Idaho, or wherever.
Judges have been trying to speak up in general, and every time one does, they're accused of being a radical leftist, even if they're not.
Well, which ones are speaking up? The radical leftists?
Not all the judges.
The brainless one, the newest brainless one?
Oh my
Well, part of the issue is with a lot of the stuff that a lot of the lawsuits are going through. It seems like it's the exact same judges, like people are judge shopping. I thought the judges we got like 900 to 1,000 federal judges. I thought they just get randomly selected, but no, it seems like they're judge shopping.
Well, they put these judges in there a long time ago just for this purpose. Schumer admitted that.
Yeah, but I want to give my opinion here on the firings. Personally, I don't agree with people sitting there calling the employers and all that, but also if people are calling for people to die and joicing over the dancing on the grave of a dead person, and it doesn't matter which side it was, whether it be Sam Piker, Charlie Kirk, or some of these other people, I don't want them teaching that. I don't want that hateful stuff teaching. Just teach your kids the facts, don't have them be dancing on the graves. But another thing is, like with the social media, that if you're dumb enough to put the shit out on the line, and you're dumb enough to have all your personal information there, maybe you get it, but I don't. But also, I think it's tactless that not only are you calling up all these people's workplaces, then you're making a lot of money bragging. I got this person. Let's see, Sherry from Texas, fired. Billy from Colorado, fired. Jay from San Francisco, fired.
Witch hunt.
Yeah, that to be fuck you on that one. There's not now you're going definitely way over the fucking line there.
Because when you and some of these people are putting out the people's names where they work, that's also going to put them in physical danger.
Well, yeah.
And so,
sure.
like, a person's going to, if the right is saying that, like, we never advocate for this or that, they're putting that situation into play, just same as when the leftists do it.
Yeah, and me like when Biden was diagnosed with cancer, I did not say one bad word. I said I kind of felt sorry for him, but we did. I learned growing up to shut the fuck up.
And you did not see the internet bombarded with people celebrating Biden being sick.
Well,
you did not see it to the extent you're seeing them celebrating Charlie Kirk. That was the exception instead of the rule. So it's bullshit.
There was some high profile conservatives there that were celebrating it, but that pissed me off there.
The left has been building this shit up for years. They've been desensitizing people. Oh, speech is violence. The leftist politicians have been building this shit up, and this is what comes around. And they're lucky this is all that's come around.
Yeah.
Well, this is all that's come around is this. It's a lot heavier shit that could be happening.
I just want to talk about Gorilla's point there. Okay, I may not agree. Well, I certainly do not agree with posting people's addresses and names online.
No, I agree there too.
That is bad. I am totally against that. But that said, okay, I don't know if they're making money off of this. They could be co-workers making not a dime, and maybe they just.
No, the two people I was just gonna say the two people I see do it are content creators for a job.
Okay, that's content creators, but you can't trust every channel that's content creating because some of them are just in it for the bucks. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. A family man was murdered just because of his opinions, just because of the way he didn't have to go out and spend his life talking to young people, trying to get them to think their own independent thoughts instead of, being indoctrinated by the professors or whoever they were being indoctrinated by at that particular time. He didn't have to do that. He could have sailed off, gone to some island and probably lived for the rest of his life quite comfortably raising his kids, right? He didn't have to do this. There was no mandate for him to do this. And the thing is, these people had no real necessity to go out and say nasty things the day Charlie was killed. They could have just decided to keep their mouth shut, not say anything, just go on. Okay, I hate Charlie Kirk. I'm glad that asshole's dead. Whatever they wanted to think, that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to think your thoughts and think whatever you want to think. This is not 1984 George Orwell. We don't have the thought police yet, thank God. But the thing is, when you take what's inside your mind and you spew it out into the world in whatever media you choose to utilize, and it's ugly and it's nasty and it's mean spirited, then there are going to be consequences for you. I think there should be consequences. It's like if somebody goes out and rapes a woman or assaults a person or stabs somebody in the back, don't you think there should be consequences for that? Should they not pay?
Are you comparing rape to gross speech?
I'm comparing rape to something that should be punishable when people are offensive. And I find rape offensive.
Well, I do too. Hate speech does not exist legally in America. There is ugly speech, there is gross speech, and there's evil speech. And all of it is protected by the First Amendment. Keep America free. And that was Charlie Kirk's.
That's what Charlie was trying to tell people. But of course, since he was obviously engaged in hate speech in the mind of that shooter, he paid with his life.
I honestly am not even sure we're being told the true story because the government never tells us the true story. I believe that some of the things he was changing his mind about some stuff, and I think when he turned down a shit ton of money from somebody because Candace Owens has been talking about it, a few people have been talking about it, I think that's what did it to him. And it's so much easier to blame the leftists because nobody fucking likes them. Even they don't even like each other half the time.
Well, now the interesting thing I'm seeing online over the last few days is the left are starting to eat each other.
Everybody's doing it to each other. It's crazy.
No, but the left, I've seen a lot of people leaving the Democratic Party.
Well, they've been known to be a little bit cannibalistic, you know.
Yeah.
I think
I think he pays way too much money for his security. That guy's got to pay at least $500,000 a year for security.
Damn.
So his security is like that's bullshit. Something's wrong. So
I missed that. Who's paying too much?
I'm saying Charlie Kirk. I'm sure he was paying anywhere up in the $500,000 to $1 million a year for security.
I think families should get their money back.
You got the facts to back that up, of course, LDG.
No, I did. I'm just.
Well, yeah, he does.
See how much he's
well, he does.
He's not cheap.
Should have had somebody flying a drone.
Security.
There was a drone up in the air, but I don't know whose it was. But I want to catch up on chats. We got about 30 of them.
I actually do got you guys. I'm dead tired, guys. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, though. Appreciate it. Y'all take care.
Pick up a question for you, though.
When you're done with chat, Squirrel, I got something I want to read here.
Yeah, just
Later,
Pickles, do you want me to play Did You Jump Me for you?
Later.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Okay.
What?
I didn't expect that. Well, he said
There's
it was
a story.
He's like, fuck you. What?
There's a story behind that.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. Like,
Oh,
that seemed unnecessary.
You have to know the East Indian drum guy. That's a whole story, Moria.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Kitty of Warriors, meow meow.
Yeah.
And Mikey's telling us make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share, notify. Thank you, Mikey. Now an ad for Woman's Island. Mikey, are you telling us something that are you holding back on something? Are you trying to tell us something here? The promoter for kids for Christ. Yeah. Let's see. The daughter of Charlie Kirk asked her mother when is daddy coming home, and she had to tell me that he's on a work trip with Jesus.
Oh boy.
Like, how do you explain that to a 3-year-old? What happened?
You can't.
Yeah. Let's see, Mikey. Maybe it's good if they don't have your info. They don't know what to advertise to you. No, I think Mikey's just not telling us something. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking, Jay. Yeah, exactly. True. And Dempsey says you have the right to free speech, but you have to be prepared for the consequences of what you say.
Yep.
And the really thing I hate is one guy who's a content creator. He's going, this is justice for Charlie. No, Charlie would. Well, I don't think Charlie would want you calling up all these people's employers and getting them fired.
Yeah, I think he spoke against doing that.
It's like a lot of these people need to keep Charlie's mouth out of their fucking whore mouths.
And seeing Republicans calling for gun control is a fucking weird ass day I never thought I'd see.
I've never seen that. I haven't seen anyone.
Okay, they were targeting specifically trans people, preventing them. They were wanting to put legislation.
I don't.
Oh, that was before the Charlie Kirk thing.
If you don't believe me.
No, that was before the Charlie Kirk thing, but that's the one thing that
but they
sticks out.
started pushing it even harder when this happened.
I'd like to know what politicians actually said that, because that seems pretty bizarre coming out.
Oh, somebody was pushing that because you start with trans. Trans is a mental illness, and then the mentally ill shouldn't be owning guns. That's the path you follow for that.
Okay, that's the path. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
That's what that was about, which I'm fine with, by the way. But,
let's see. Old Man Burst says the right is overreacted that no one is ever held accountable on the left, but the right is jailed by perp walked when they're trying to make things better for everyone. Mike says 100% agree with your comment, bro. Nemesis. Yeah, it seems like it was quite a few years ago that people were getting arrested for some of the stupidest shit.
All right,
like for praying in front of an abortion clinic, they used what was there's some act that they used against them, and people were getting jailed 11 years for that. They come in without due process. We were entitled due process. Instead, the system has failed. This is a course correction. Removing invaders is a force of the law. You don't let a bank robber rob a bank before arresting. Well, it depends what city it is. If they walk out of the bank with less than $999, then it's just shoplifting from the bank, according to these people.
I'm sending the links to Gorilla because I'm on my phone doing it, and so I don't want to fuck up the thing. So let's see. I'm trying to find something people would like, because I think Reuters is okay, but maybe someone would want Fox News. So I don't know.
Yes, the system has failed us.
Apparently he's also 7 days ago said Fox News said he would. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me see if I can figure out how to send this back or whatever. Hold on. And then you can just put it in the private chats and stuff, so the others can see it. So I used Reuters and Fox News. There's CNN, Politico, but I thought people might complain about that as a source, so I'm trying to pick stuff that y'all would like to see as a source.
I never use mainstream media anymore.
That's why I use independents like Tim Pool, Glenn Beck, Stephen Crowder.
My independent go-tos here are 2C TV and Rebel News in Canada. They are excellent.
Okay.
They report all kinds. Well, Rebel is a Canadian channel that has reporters all across Canada that go out with microphones, camera crews on the street, and they actually film shit that's actually happening. They don't lie about it because it's right on camera, and they go up and interview people that are doing it, right? So I trust them. And Tusi, he's a guy. He's actually an Iranian living in England because he escaped from Iran. His father, I believe, is still in Iran. Seems like a very honest guy, and he's constantly reporting on the goings on that are happening in Middle Eastern countries. So I follow his channel too.
All right. So Old Man Bird here says, I waited years to bring my wife from Central America to the States, followed the process, and she became a citizen doing everything the right way. That's the same way with one of my coworkers. He ended up marrying his wife before there, and he got a green card and everything. Once again, legal system ain't no justice system. Yeah,
not always.
And hey, Jay.
Hey, it's about time the J man.
Yeah.
Or should I call him the G man?
All right, I got a few more.
A lot of people do call me the J man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see, Boomer. That's a good one, OMB. And you posted a thing here, an article. Thank you, Moira. Governments have always lied to this history, and their reason to protect us. What a freaking joke. Yeah, exactly. Right. And Boomer here says, my grandparents did it the right way. Tons of friends did it the right way. Yeah, half my family did, but outside fucked up and spelled their name wrong. We never bothered changing it. Welcome, Booger here. In many cases, these illegals had due process. They were issued removal orders. Sometimes they were deported and came back. Oh yeah, because my dad worked with the guy there. He worked with him for 12 years. He got deported. The guy was gone for like 3 weeks, and he came back. His name my dad worked with was Juan. And then when he came back after 3 weeks after being deported, he insisted that his name was Santos. My dad looked at him straight down and goes, "Hey, I've known you for 12 years. Your name was Juan. Juan, now you're telling me it's Santos. How about we call ICE and they can tell me what your name is?" And the guy's like, "You can call me Juan."
You love torturing your coworkers, don't you, Gorilla?
That wasn't my coworker. That's my dad's.
Oh, well, I guess it runs in the family then.
Yeah. Let's see. Booger says Rebel News seems pretty good. Good evening, Booger. Then we got Moyer putting another link in. The whole both sides line is based on false equivalency. We called out the left says, well, the right is bad too. Well, I've seen a lot of shit from the right too, Booger. There, I've seen a lot of that. Boomer says absolutely correct. Now you should be getting that many ads, Mikey. That's way too. I'm gonna have to change.
You gotta get ad blocker, Mikey.
Yep.
I have to change the setting there. Now, I had a second. I had a second question for everybody, but LDG
I
left.
lost my train of thought.
Now, a lot of people. There's a couple people that have come out and flat out apologized. Like Stephen King came out and apologized a couple times there.
Well, he ought to, the pedo.
Well, even though I think his lawyer told him he had to. He lost like 50.
He was a weirdo anyway.
I heard his movie bombed at the box office anyway, Gorilla, so it's no wonder.
Okay, I got to finish here before I lose my train of thought. And some people are coming out and actually apologizing. They did it in poor judgment. They weren't thinking,
That's
good.
There's
other people that were saying they said that they owned up to it, but they're not sorry. If someone comes out and actually owns it, say they fucked up, and actually apologizes for what they said, should we give them a redemption arc?
A little bit, yes.
I can respect it. Learn from your mistakes has always been one of my mottos.
Yeah.
Because don't we all have to learn from our mistakes at some point?
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Boomer? What do you think?
To say what you said, then why say it in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I grew up, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all.
Don't say anything at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe the person just needed a foot kick in the ass to learn their lesson.
We need more grandmas with switches.
Yeah.
They're all dying out, though, Jay.
No more snacks.
I'd be glad to take the slack up.
Yeah. Hey, Boomer, what's your thoughts on that? With a person that actually owns up to it and actually apologizes for what they said?
Well, if Ron left, I don't believe him in the first place. We're just trying to get out of trouble. It's like a little kid saying, "I'm sorry. Or I brushed my teeth 3 weeks ago.
I wash my hands.
I washed my hands
Last
Thursday."
Thursday.
Hey, while I'm here,
That
while
was
I'm here,
Justin Wilson's line.
back to the Charlie Kirk not wanting to be operated on by a black lesbian surgeon. I've been this whole time I've been Googling this damn thing, or rather, not Google because I'm not.
I wouldn't want to either.
So I get this. I've been getting this response. Charlie Kirk made comments expressing reluctance about being treated by a certain groups, including a statement where he said he wouldn't want a black lesbian surgeon. This remark was made during his show while discussing diversity, equity, and inclusion, or delusion, if you want to do that, alongside his controversial comment about questioning the qualifications of black pilots. While specific video footage of the surgeon comment is not directly linked in the provided sources, clips of Kirk making inflammatory remarks have circulated widely online, often shared out of context. The context indicated these remarks were part of a broader controversial statements that drew significant backlash. But it doesn't. None of these links show the damn video.
That is weird.
Nothing pulls up the so-called video.
Nope.
They refer
That's
to
why
it.
you search it on YouTube, not in the search bars. You gotta search it on Google or Facebook even.
Okay.
But
I would even try X like it's a long shot, but why not give it a shot, right?
well, X is notorious for those 1 minute snippets.
Okay,
True
well that's why I
Social.
never watch it anymore. But
Well, I'll take that on
Or
as a
Turning
project
Point
and pull that
USA.
up next time.
Yeah, well, I could probably find it
I
for
gotta
you.
step away right now anyway.
Let's see. Mikey says, "Hello, brother Booger and sister Christine." Stephen King is sorry he didn't make as much money.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
There you
Correct.
go.
I'll just go by the example there because someone told me that he was apologizing, and I seen him flip out thing. I apologize twice for what more do you want from me?
They're apologizing because they're afraid their money is going to stop rolling in.
you know what
Yeah.
I'd like from Steven is if he would just be sincere occasionally.
Yeah, but
He doesn't know
the
what
only
that
que-
means.
the
None of
only
the
reason I
left
brought it
knows
up
what
is
that means.
I seen a couple people own it and apologize there. I don't. I feel like sometimes you gotta hand a person a bone, or else they're just gonna.
Oh, yeah, I get it. You know, the only
I used to vote Democrat
I used to
since
vote liberal.
1987, but then Obama's second term, when he came up for re-election, that first term, I knew exactly what the Democrats were. They opened my eyes up, and I've never ever voted Democrat ever again because the majority of the Democrats in Washington, D.C., in the House and the Senate are not Christian. They believe in killing babies. They want to take all our guns so they can control us even all the way, you know. And they don't care about any of us. None of us. It's time we take our country back.
Well, see, let's catch up on chats here. Let's see. I can't even access my Google account to check on the ad blocker yet. You should have a backup email though, Mikey, or recovery email. I'm gonna say hello to everybody. All my bird says we all make mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Some of them are. Sometimes people just need that swift kick in the ass to realize that they fucked up. That's my thinking on it.
I could use my handcuffs.
Oh my.
I can use mine too. Usually Anna's whip and chain kid to get those naughty kids alive.
You mean mine riding crop?
I'm not touching that comment with the 10-foot fucking pole.
Oh, okay, Jay.
I'm not touching that comment there. I'm not touching that comment with the 10-foot pole.
Jay, you're taking over my territory talking about handcuffs and riding crops. Okay, you're moving into my
Son,
territory.
I have been silent for a long time, but when I met you, I said, well, if he can do it, hell, I'll do it.
Actually,
Yeah.
please
I'm just
do.
telling the truth.
I'm too tired tonight to get that crazy anyway. So go for it,
Yeah,
man.
and Nemesis says we all make mistakes. Yeah, exactly. And 2 times that we're all mistake vulnerable. 3 times triple LOL. And Obey Bird says thumbs up, hail. Welcome, KHC 2005. Welcome, Tim. Girl needs his blue wrenchy. I thought Tim was a wrench.
As long as it's not a blue wedgie, that's a different thing.
There you go.
Well, let's just go and fix that there. And everybody, make sure that I'm gonna be ending the poll here pretty soon. So make sure
You
to
need a
vote.
chiropractor, Moria.
I know. Well, my
And
neck hurts,
hello,
and I don't want
darling.
to mess with my neck. They can mess with my back, but I don't want to fuck with my neck. I don't trust anybody. They make that mistake, I'll be paralyzed from the neck down. I ain't having it.
Be careful with chiropractors, Moira. My sister was a large girl and climbed up a rope in gym class as a teenager, and she never recovered. She spent the rest of her life going to a chiropractor every month or two, and they would keep adjusting her neck, and it never took. And I don't trust chiropractors to this day.
You have to keep going back all the time.
That was the thing. They wanted to keep her going back for years and decades and decades.
Well, hey Moira, I could come and crack your necks.
No, nobody. I don't let anybody. Do
You mean snap her neck?
Can I finish? Can I finish the sentence here? I said, let me finish. I can come crack your neck, and it'll come out 2 ways. Either you're gonna feel the best you've ever felt, or you'll stop moving. 1 of the 2.
That's not. I don't like those odds. That sounds terrible.
Sounds like he wants to snap your neck.
I don't think Gorilla's getting a chiropractic license anytime soon.
Yeah, let's see. I vote for Bill Clinton the first run before knowing more
sweetie.
about him. Me and my first, and I
Yeah,
apologize.
I voted
here.
both times for
Obama
him.
was my first vote.
I've never voted Democrat.
Yeah, I made the mistake with Obama there in 2012.
Yeah, well, I made a mistake with McCain. We didn't have good choices at that time. I thought, maybe we'll be less likely to go back to war if a POW is in office because he would know what it's like for the people and not just send them off willy-nilly. That was my thought process in the situation.
So, well, that election there, I think it was more like a vote between a turd sandwich and a douche.
Right, pretty much. And a nutcase, because I believe Hillary was running at that time. There was no way I would vote for that crazy bitch.
Oh, just
I
a
will
second.
never vote for someone who is crazier than I am. Absolutely not.
Just a second, everybody.
Eugene Bird, you're the king. Super Chat's making our cigars sing. Light in the lounge, keep it free. You're the sugar daddy of the real love. Thank you, Eugene. You're the best, better than all the rest. With every puff, we raise a cheer. Eugene Bird, our hero here.
And thank you, Eugene, for that very generous $9.99 super sticker, which is a kung fu pear telling us thank you. And I think we're having a wonderful conversation tonight there, just so everybody knows. And yeah, I gave one to Tim there, Mikey. And see, depends on whom I'm giving a bone to, says Nemesis. I registered as a Republican of my 18th birthday. Also registered for the draft. Yeah, I registered. I had to register
Yeah, you
too.
have to, or you go to jail.
Yeah. Now I'm in the if there is a draft there, I'm in the category of we really fucked up.
You're disqualified from the draft if you're over, I think 30 something or 40 something.
Well, if we fucked up bad enough, they'll start drafting higher up ages. Did Mike says, "Woohoo,
No,
Jim!"
because they'd have to change the law.
No, I'm pretty sure that I could still get drafted if we fucked up bad enough. And that would get fast tracked so fast everybody's head would spin. And yeah, thank you, Old Man Bird, for that super chat again there. MKC says, thanks, not a problem. Yeah, Nemesis is calling Old Man Bird a legend. Well deserved, congrats. I call both sides out. You fuck up, I call it out, no matter which side you are. That's what I was trying to do tonight. I called out Heavy Duty Country. Steven Crowder was calling for legal justified violence. Why don't you just call it self-defense? He's just trying to make a big old show of it.
It's like that Waters woman a couple of months ago that told everybody in that crowd, fight back with your guns and everything.
Yeah, and I called out Hassan Piker. I called out Destiny, which those two should be in fucking jail for terrorism.
Wasn't
Destiny's bad shit?
Wasn't those movies about legalized violence? What was that? What was that movie series called? We watched it, Gorilla.
Oh, that was Anarchy or the Purge.
The Purge, yeah. That's what they're calling for, basically, is the Purge.
Yeah. Let's see, Mikey said, voted Dem most of my life, only Republican twice for Reagan and one independent vote for Trump card and Hillary homicide face off the 2016 election. Achievement unlocked, kissing buttock girl in dream. Sorry I'm late. So what I missed, did Canada get annexed as part of the U.S.? I could hear from me saying this germ heaven in O-face. I don't know where Germ's at tonight. Must have had something going on. Today I wish a happy birthday to actress and filmmaker Jay Brooke, a.k.a. Vice Admiral Katrina Cornwell on Star Wars. Rick Cornwell, LLP, Jane. There. Well, happy birthday to him. You are an adult when you register for the draft. Remember, when I turned 18, my father took me to the register for it. I just had to fill out a sheet of paper. I just had to fill out a card at the post office. She was cool. I hated it when she blew up on the Discovery. So nonsensical, yeah. But I think this is a good place to wrap her up for tonight. There, we've had a pretty good discussion there. So I want to say thank you to Daniel's Hot Topics for coming. Thank you FKHC 2005 for coming. He's had he has a couple videos on his channel, so make sure to check him out. Thank you Sci-Fi Sit Down for coming. He has his watch party on Wednesday. I think it's the slime series, like a slime creature series. He has his watch party on Fridays there after the Walton stream, and then he has his sci-fi Saturday discussions on Saturdays there. Thank you, old man Bird, for coming, and thank you again for that super chat. That's generous of you. He has a couple guitar videos, real mellow, picks up your day kind of guitar videos there. Thank you, Booger 414 for coming. Booger has he does some live streaming stuff, I believe. So make sure to check out Booger. Thank you, Neptune, for coming. He's a gaming channel. He's really attentive to the chat and he's fun. But learn some new words, and if you ever need a person to talk to, he'll open up his ear for you. Moira, you want to promote yourself?
Shut up, Jay.
My channel is Laura Kitty, and sometimes I play brand new movies, or sometimes just like fan-made films. And I talk a lot of mad shit on my politics and everything, but like it's been a while since I've done that, so like I'm feeling disillusioned. But I'll try to get back into it again sometime next week.
Oh, thank you, and thank you, Kimberly Ann Hart, for coming there, and thank you, Scurvy, for coming, also known as Limit Pie. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation, for coming. He usually streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think there's another day in there that I'm forgetting, but he usually streams right after the Cigar Lounge. So make sure to check out Sci-Fi Nation. Jay, you got anything to promote?
My butt, but nothing.
Okay. Thank you, Curtis Selby, for coming. He's the voice of Northern Oklahoma. If he he hasn't done one in quite a bit, but he's on Saturdays. He's starting to do his constitutional series where we're breaking down the Constitution, and he also does various watch parties of Dark Shadows, and he has a karaoke stream coming up. All kinds of stuff on there. Thank you, Mikey Seuss for coming. Yeah.
There is something I'd like to promote.
Oh.
I forgot all about it. I am singing near Hot Springs, Arkansas in about 2-3 weeks for a benefit for a child who's had surgery, cancer surgery, and we're helping him pay off his debt with this show. So we're hoping we know it's going to be a blast because all the tickets have been sold.
Yeah, Jay, if you got a gift send go, you can always. If I would known this here, we could put the gift send go. Well, we could put the gift send goes in my chat there. There's a gift send go for kids.
They got the money to pay everything off.
Good.
This show put the tickets of this show put them over the map. So God bless.
Okay,
we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. So thank you, Mikey, for coming. He has his JS streams he does randomly there. He has his AT reviews, Star Trek TOS, Get Smart, all kinds of different reviews he does throughout the week there. And him and his wife go out to a movie, they do a review afterwards, so make sure to check them out. Thank you, Raquel, for coming. She has her Midnight Owls, Divas and Dorks there, watch parties, all kinds of different stuff. So make sure to check
had one tonight. She had one tonight for Downton Abbey, the last movie. I missed half of it, but I loved it.
That was Moira, I thought.
Oh, yeah, Moira?
That was me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions for coming.
You said,
He has,
sorry.
he makes Star Trek fan films. He has his live streams there, and he does occasional shorts and all that. So make sure to check out Jim there. And that's everybody. Boomer, promote your Cosby there.
Okie dokie. 3 nights a week, Sunday, do science fiction movies, 6 p.m. Pacific. Wednesdays is kind of a crapshoot. Doing the movie I'm doing this Wednesday, put it in the chat there, is Swashbuckler, which is basically a pirate type of movie. And we'll do comedies on Wednesdays, mysteries on Wednesdays, flying movies on Wednesdays, anything that can come up on Wednesdays. Fridays, film noir, think of the Maltese Falcon, and that'll get you in the right wheelhouse for the kind of movies we're doing on Fridays. And then occasionally we'll do specials like we did Monday night with you, with the pilot episodes for Defying Gravity, which is one of those one-season wonders that should have been renewed but didn't get renewed, much like Firefly and a few other shows. Had the potential to be a good show. I know it kind of put PvP to sleep.
I'd like to apologize for that. I just wasn't in the right headspace.
I know. There were no phaser battles.
I tried and tried and tried. Like, I know I should like this, but I just couldn't. So I actually left early anyway because I didn't want to bum you and Gorilla out. So
come on! I was trying to
break
the record.
It's admittedly a slow burner where Star Trek, the original series, was advertised as wagon train to the stars. Defying Gravity was pushed as Grey's Anatomy in space. So there was a lot of
The thing I wasn't thinking this is not episodic. This is like continuous storyline.
Yeah, this would have been more like B5, like with a long cycle over several seasons.
Yeah.
It would have been building up, and there was a lot of backstory to it. So
yeah, I'm not against those kind of shows, but if they don't grab me in the first couple episodes,
it
get bored.
It takes a bit to get going on it, but we have the advantage of I've already ran the whole year on it. I think a year and a half ago.
I'm sure it's a great show, but I just couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, it's not not everybody has to like the same thing. No biggie.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, we'll do specials like that. I've got upcoming. We've got to find a night to do Lawrence of Arabia, which we'll have to do that on a dedicated night because it's so darn long.
I couldn't stand that movie.
I love Lawrence of Arabia.
A while back, we did the Blue Max, and I forgot that it was a long movie with an intermission, and we were all burned out at the end of that. That was a great movie too.
Yeah.
So I got Lawrence of Arabia I got to do on a special night. The Right Stuff I want to do on a special night. I'll probably dig up some more long movies. Probably going to dig up Dr. Zhivago. I really want to do that one.
That's a long movie.
All right.
And we'll do some things like that and some more one-season wonders. I run after the movies. I try and keep the TV shows related to the movie, but it doesn't always work out that way. So after the science fiction movie on Sundays, I've been running episodes of The Expanse until we get all through that. Then we'll do something else when we're done with that. Wednesdays, because I run a bunch of comedies, I'm running Get Smart, running all the seasons of Get Smart with Don Adams. And then Friday nights after the film noir movies, I've got the whole series of the old Peter Gunn TV show. And then in the queue for Friday nights, I've got The Untouchables with Robert Stack as Elliot Ness coming up, and I'm probably going to invest in M Squad with Lee Marvin.
Yeah.
From those old cop shows from way back when.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say welcome to Suzanne here.
Suzanne.
Hello, darling.
All right. Anything else, Boomer?
Nope. I still haven't found the actual video of Charlie Kirk.
Okay, I'll look for it here after the stream here in a second. We want to hang around in the backstage. Yep, that is what I did register for the draft. Mine was a postcard at the mailbox there. And Scurvy says, "Hey Daniel, hey Suzanne, yeah, sorry you caught that tail end of the stream there. When you folks leave, please go to Cyber Nation is streaming tonight. Okay, so yeah, go to do a gorilla raid, and or go to Nemesis is streaming. Either choice will be fine choice for more post gorilla entertainment. Yeah, thank you. And we got an Instagram reel. I'm not sure exactly what this is from Booger. And saying hello and to Harlan and Stan. There's the Cosby. Thank you for this. Yeah, not a problem. Oh shoot! I know what I forgot to do. And the poll. Street. Oh, let's see.
No more stacks. No more stacks.
Last time I saw
All right, so
the
I'm
left
sharing
was
the
winning.
screen here. Let's see, 6 out of 28 votes. I think that's the new record for votes in a poll there. 28 said the left. 32% both sides have gone too far. Then we got 3% said the right, and 3% said just fight it out in the streets.
In my defense, I
60%
accidentally
said
hit
the
the
left.
right. When I voted, I hit the right when I meant to say both. So
Okay.
So just consider that like a 2% instead of 3. Like
No, I think that's one vote.
I could push it again and fix it, but it wouldn't let me.
No, that's one vote for the right. So nobody thinks that the right's is the one being over.
They're not by themselves. No.
Yeah. And Mike is taking everybody here. Everyone have a great rest of the week, the weekends. God bless y'all. God bless you, Mikey. Thank you for joining us, boy. You're on
Miss you, Mikey.
2 ads, one for McPhee, the other one for Candace Life Insurance. Mikey, you're just getting overwhelmed there. I gotta change that setting. I think I might click something wrong there. I would like to see a sci-fi show that mixed arcs and episodes, kind of like L.A. Law did, where there's some various overlapping cases. Okay, so the Expanse, that's what my doctor wrote on my chart after I weighed in. Nice, Kirby, nice. B5 was the closest I've seen. Babylon 5 was great. Sorry, I thought IG would put a label on that. All right, so PvP, what do you got to promote?
Nothing much. I'm actually just really tired tonight, so nothing much going on my channel, unfortunately, at the moment. So I guess I'll just keep it short. And I guess you're doing Twilight Zone Thursday and Walton's on Friday.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. As for me there, Twilight Zone on Thursday there. The Walton will be doing a Walton stream. It's the episode right after the Cloudburst there. I cannot remember the name of it. Sunday, I'm gonna be doing a special stream where it's gonna be a non-monetized stream. No ads or nothing. I want to make that clear. I'm not trying to monetize or nothing, but I'm gonna try to post Charlie Kirk's funeral on the stream there, and I'll have the links for the gifts and go for the Kirk family and the donation link for Turning Point on that live stream there. And
on YouTube, they'll run their own ads on the video.
If I turn it off, I can physically turn it off on the stream.
Good.
There. But then in our Cigar Lounge next Tuesday, I'm going to try to do more of those phones, ramble or jumbled thoughts from Gorilla, because I've gotten some positive feedback on those. Let's see. Don asked me how I know. Yeah, and knowing is half the battle. Till we meet again. Or is it the more you know?
Yeah, the more you know. It's a little rainbowy star thing.
Yeah, they give the condolences like DC. All right, so I want to thank also LDG for coming and being on the panel. We had a long talk before the stream and stuff. If you ever need IT help or need a place to hang out or need an ear or anything, It's always freethenet.org/underground. It's a backstage StreamYard thing. There, Pickles is usually always there. He's there, so make sure to check him out there. Yeah, more food, less exercise, right? Cleaner. And have everything from surgery to acupuncture, liquid diets, and the name. Diet and exercise is all the words. All right, so with that, everyone have a good night, and remember to be a gorilla. And Boomer, I'll let you pick. Do you want United We Roar or Roar of Gratitude?
Say that again?
You want United We Roar or Roar of Gratitude?
For what? I'm sorry, I was
No,
still
closing song. Closing song.
United.
Okay.